Welcome once again to PWX Wrestling. I am your host, the last of the old school, Spiffy Sean Styles. We have a very interesting main event here for you this evening, folks. Lots of history between these two men. Steve Steele is making his return after being out of action for over a year. Before he was out, he was in line for a championship match, but could not compete that evening. That opportunity for that championship went to his opponent this evening, one half of the PWX Tag Team Champions, Matt TRK Silks. There is a lot of history between these two men. Steve's making his return after being out for over a year. His first singles match back, he demanded to be in there with Matt TRK Silks. These men broke into the wrestling business together. They trained together, they traveled together, and Steve Steele has been home for over a year thinking about this moment, this opportunity for revenge against the man that took his spot over a year ago. And there we see that man being accompanied to the ring by the pit chick, Danny Lair. That is one half of the PWX Tag Team Champions, Matt TRK Silks.
This man is one half of the current PWX Tag Team Champions, the Sons of Midland County. He hails from Lewistown, Pennsylvania, at 225 pounds. He's the Lewistown legend, Matt TRK Silks.
The Lewistown legend is in the ring. Now, I probably couldn't find Lewistown on a map. You probably couldn't either. But this man is from there, and he's a legend. Allegedly. But he's also one half of the PWX Tag Team Champions. He's also the former trainer of his opponent in the ring, or walking into the ring right now. That's Steve Steele. That's 300 plus pounds of Steve Steele that his trainer is going to have to figure out how to conquer. A momentary stare down before referee Mark Green pushes both men away from each other, checking on one half of the PWX Tag Team Champions, checking on his former protege. To say there is lingering bad blood, to say Steve Steele has some lingering bad blood, might be the understatement of the century, and this is the professional wrestling business we're talking about. Men's circle. Collar and elbow tie, and this is what I was afraid of. One thing Steve did in his time away was put on a great deal of mass. Well over 300 pounds now. He's going to probably try to use that size and strength advantage against Silks to come out on top here. Silks, if he's smart, and he is probably going to try to stay away from the big man, wear him down. We have no idea where his cardio is. He's been out of action for well over a year. And there you see Matt Silks not being afraid, not being intimidated, actually using his size and strength to push the larger Steve Steele back into the corner. I don't think you're going to rattle a guy like Matt TRK Silks very easily. Still cuts him off there. Irish whip sends him in, goes for the big clothesline. Matt ducks it. Big right hands. Fires the big man off the ropes. Gets him in there. Big back elbow. Doesn't even, well, little stagger. Second one gets him back into the ropes here. Irish whip again. Ducks a clothesline. Glancing drop kick. And again, very minimal damage inflicted on Steve Steele. In fact, he's almost begging him, goading him in. Is that all you got? Silks with a head of steam now. Caught. Bear hug move now. This is not the kind of match that Matt TRK Silks wants to wrestle against the big Steve Steele's return here. You got to stay away from the big man. You got to stay out of his hands, or stuff like this is going to happen. We talked about maybe some cardio questions for Steve Steele, but I'll tell you what, If he wraps his big bare arms around Matt Silks much longer, that's going to negate all of that. Silks claps the ears, gets him to back off, break the hold for a second there. Glancing kick off the ropes. Nice swinging neck breaker by TRK. He's got the big man down. Cover. Only a 1 count. Silks at a methodical pace. You would think that he'd be trying to press the advantage here on the big guy while he's got him down on the mat. That's something that if I was in there, that would be what I would be trying to do. You want to keep the big guy off his feet. Get that center of gravity away from him. Get that leverage away from him. But one way to do that is to kick him right in the mouth. Second big thrust kick by TRK. Got him down. Not bad ring awareness. Now, again, we mentioned that Steve is one of the trainees at the West Mifflin Wrestling Academy. Matt Silks, obviously one of his trainers. That's great ring awareness, especially for somebody who's been out of action for as long as Steve Steele has. Shakes him off. Just powers him up. Listen, it doesn't have to be pretty, folks. If you're 300 plus pounds, you can pretty much do whatever you want in there. Leverage is a thing. Gets him up again. Big scoop slam. Well done. See, and this is where I was concerned about Silks. If he's going to be in the corner, and well, I'm very concerned now. And Silks is very flat. Sends him in again in the other corner. Silks up and over. Catches him with a clothesline from the outside. Staggers the big man back. Silks trying to get in the ring here. Hard way. Gets him. Jumping clothesline. 2.5. I'll tell you what, you got to give Matt credit. And it's not like Silks is a small man. He's well over 200 pounds himself, about 225, I believe. Looks tiny compared to Steve Steele, but I think we all do. Silks trying to, and here's another one of the advantages of being 300 pounds. It's real hard for your opponent just to pick you up off the mat. Sliding lariat by Silks. Cover. Only 2. This might be the best strategy that Matt can employ right here. If he keeps the big man on the mat, he doesn't have to worry about getting caught with a big clothesline. And he power moves from the big man. Rolls him outside, though. You got to give Steve a lot of credit here. Again, showing some ring awareness again, knowing that he's not 100% right now, knowing he's a little damaged, knowing that Matt Silks has the advantage right now, doing his best to kind of make some space there, separate from his opponent, gets him on the outside. And I got to tell you, this is probably not where Matt Silks wants to be, because now he's trading blows with a 300-plus pounder on the floor, where there's weapons and lions and tigers and bears and chairs and everything else around there as well. You probably don't want to chase him outside the ring. You probably want to get him in the ring and use your experience, use your speed, your quickness. Referee giving them a lot of leeway here as well, as they brawl on the floor. Oh, that's right into the post. And if you see, fans, those aren't the circular posts that you might be used to at wrestling shows. Those are square, so there's not a lot of give to those. Definitely some pointy edges there that can catch you if you hit that head first, body first, any kind of first. It's not going to feel good, I think is the point I'm trying to make you right now. Again, ref Mark Green showing a lot of leeway here in this match. It's the main event. You think these fans don't want to see a count out. They want to see this match go to a finish here. And I believe Matt Silks wants to definitively see the finish as well. Rolls the big man back inside the ring. Although it takes too long himself, gets caught. And that's where 300 plus pounds gets you right there. Doesn't have to be pretty. He's just using his body weight, his leverage, to basically lay on top of Matt Silks there. And that's all he has to do. Well, that's slightly cutting corners right there from Steve Steele. That's just a good old-fashioned chokehold. Dropping knees to the solar plexus here. Picks up Silks. Crowd here at PWX has been solidly behind Matt TRK Silks since him and the West Mifflin crew have made their arrival here. Big side slam by the big man. Only 2, though. That's textbook sidewalk slam there. Great move, great thing to have in his arsenal. Again, if he's coming back and he's going to try to maintain that size and really use that to his advantage, moves like that are going to be what gets him to the next level. They know each other very well, folks. Again, broke into the wrestling business together. Silks a little bit beforehand. Ended up being a friend, mentor. Wow, big fireman's carry. Can't get him up, though. Again, that's 300 plus pounds. And that's Silks fighting out, though. Looked like Steele was going for some sort of Uranagi slam there. Jumping cutter. Both men down. He got all of that. Only a 2 count, though. I'll tell you what, for Steele's first match back, you have to give the big guy a lot of credit. He's in there with a guy who's a champion, first of all, in PWX, champion in several other independent promotions around the East Coast here. The Lewistown legend, if you will. Looks like he's trying for a... Oh, that's he's not trying for anything. He's hitting a choke slam. Big elbow drop. That's it. It's got to be. Big kick out by Silks. Listen, great choke slam. Again, just falling on top of him, that big ham hock of an arm. Silks showing a lot of resiliency, being able to kick out of that. And this is where I think that cardio might be coming into play here for the big guy. If Steve is able to capitalize a little bit more right now, he might be able to put one half of the PWX Tag Team Champions away, but he's not able to really do that. But smartly, again, he's just going to lay on top of him there, use his weight, use his mass. It's smart. And it takes a lot out of you. If you had a 300-pound guy just laying on top of you, it takes a lot out of you. Shots to the midsection there. Trading blows here. Both men really trying to bring it back. Don't know if this is great strategy by Silks. You don't want to trade shots with a 300-plus pounder out here, but he's, God bless him, he is. Ducks it there. Goes to the fireman's carry again. Lewistown driver. Got him. I know a guy that used to do a move like that. Great victory by Matt TRK Silks there. Great showing. Great welcome back to Steve Steele. I tell you what, he might have had a year to think about that match. He's going to have a lot of time and a lot of potential to come back here and do better next time. Great showing as he debuts, and a great outing from one half of our PWX Tag Team Champions, Matt TRK Silks.